Hey, what's up guys? Josh here and my beautiful wife Lupita, and this is Tony, our little helper tonight, because we're going to be showing you guys how we are going to attempt to make these wax-filled sawdust fire starters that really work great for camping anytime you're starting a fire. Yeah, pretty much anytime you're starting a fire. These are going to be sawdust, and then we have paraffin wax that picked up off of Amazon in a 10-pound block. It was about 35 bucks or something like that. And this is our second time making these fire starters, and they work extremely well. You can put just one of these in the bottom of your stack, your logs, your kindling, whatever you may have, and light it for about 5 seconds, light one of these fire starters for about 5 seconds. And that's all it takes to create the fire to get it lit for the rest of the night. If you guys like the content, like what you see for Wisconsin Dirt Travels, what's the name of our channel? Cut. So this is only our second video. Figured we'd do something real quick, show you guys how to make some fire starters. So stick around, make sure and click that subscribe if you like the content, thumbs up to like the video, and stay tuned. So I think the first thing we need to do is just break all these up into little chunks. So basically this is just making like a double boiler so that the fire isn't right on this, creating it to be so hot that it's going to burn the wax. So I'm just going to pretty much just boil down the wax. It's melting, honey. Paraffin wax, this stuff here, has a melting temperature of 140 degrees. And as you can see, it's doing pretty good. It's melting away. So the agreement is, I have to buy Lupita, my honey buns, a new muffin baking pan so we can use this one to make our fire starters. Which works for me. Just cut up all the individual little carton packets, and a majority of these we just saved, so we have plenty of egg cartons to make these fire starters with. The sawdust I ended up just finding at a little kiosk that sells firewood, and they had bags of sawdust there for sale for an extra couple of dollars, so figured one bag's gonna be enough to last quite a while. We'll take the sawdust, we'll pack them in here, and we'll try to want to pack them in here, I think, as tight as possible. And after that, it'll just be a matter of waiting for the wax to melt, and then we'll just pour it over the top of them. And we might have to do it in a couple of different coats. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Now our moment of truth. See how this goes.
Do you want me to push it more towards you?
I think right now. Then we can put our next ones in here.
Oh. What are you doing?
I don't know. Okay, so trial and error, including how to operate a damn camera. Forgot to hit the record button. So anyways, well, what we figured out is that as we were pouring the liquid paraffin wax into the egg cartons with the sawdust, that it just kept basically just soaking right through and filled up these little cups full of wax, as you can see. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to fill up these instead of the muffin tray. So we're gonna try something new. The honey buns basically just trimmed all of that stuff out of there. Put it back in here. We're gonna remelt it. And then from there, we're gonna basically just take these and my handy dandy little clipper thing here. We're just gonna take these, we're gonna dip them in a couple different times and see how that works. I think we'll go straight like this. And of course, definitely have to have some eggnog while making these. Honey, what do you think about eggnog?
It's amazing, addicting, really yummy.
When's the first time you ever tried it?
A few days ago, actually the 23rd of December.
23rd of December.
Yes, I lived at his house.
And how many gallons do you think you've drank since then?
You're not going to talk about that.
7 days ago, how many gallons do you think you've
I
had?
don't know. But I have some at work, like one in every break. And I have 3 breaks per day, and I've been working like 10 days out of that, so a lot.
It's pretty good stuff.
Yes, it's really good.
I want to let those dry a little bit, and then I want to, because I think what's happening is with the paraffin wax not being as hot, it's more thicker, and it's not dripping through as fast. So there's actually more that's building up on here, which is what we want. Like this one here has quite a bit of wax buildup on it right off the bat. It doesn't have to be super thick or anything, but we also don't want it to be too thin either. So like this one here, I'm grabbing it real lightly and I'm gonna slowly dip it in. And then there's air bubbles that come out, so I want to let those air bubbles stop so that it's completely penetrated with paraffin wax, and then slowly pull it out like this, and then try to get it to harden right away on that top layer. Well, as you can see, guys, we have all of the Firestarters together, combined into one big pile here. Last night, after we got done dipping them, we just laid them out on this tray with the wax paper and let them dry, let them soak basically and dry overnight. And now today, all we're gonna do is, one more thing that we did too last night is there was some remaining melted paraffin wax in the bucket. So what I did is I just basically, and I wasn't really planning on this, so I didn't get it on camera, but basically just dumped the rest of it over the top of all the Firestarters. And as you can see here, it actually made for a pretty nice coating on top of the fire starters, which is really going to kind of help keep them all together and keep the sawdust in there and from falling out. So I think with that, with the way that we did this, the only thing that we would change is, or the only thing we would recommend really, is to keep the temperature of the melted wax as low as possible without it hardening. So it makes it a lot easier to work with when the wax isn't so hot. Now, we didn't have the wax boiling or anything like that, but after realizing we needed to lower the temperature on the melted wax so that it would not flow through these fire starters as fast. With it really hot, it just it melted right through, dripped out right away. With it not being as hot, we were able to pour it on top and it would slowly soak into the fire starter. And then I was able to just kind of blow on it a little bit and keep the wax more on top of the fire starters, keeping the sawdust in there and it conforming better to these fire starters. The other thing I noticed too is that with the dipping of these fire starters, I let the air basically just all bubble out. So I'd hold it in there for at least a good minute, sometimes 2 minutes, to make sure that every pocket of air in here was out of there. So that way it would help the wax penetrate through the entire fire starter a lot better. So with that said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bag these up, and then we're gonna go try them out and show you guys how good they work.
Awesome.
All right, well, had a little bit extra left over on the wax paper. I'm just gonna get the air out of this bag. But yeah, a little bit of extra paraffin wax left over here. So that will go back in the container. And now, time for the fun part. We have just bag these up, try to get all the air out of there as best as possible. 6 to a bag. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36, 37, 38, 39 fire starters. Minus 1 that we're gonna go try out right now. Let's go. What I like to do is I like to set the wood on the bottom of the fire pit first, whether it's something like the one that you see in front of me here, a little portable fire pit, or just a regular campfire fire pit. And once I got the wood situated on the bottom, so that's when I'll put one of these fire starters in there. Take it out of the bag here, and literally I'm just gonna set it in there like that, and just one of them is all you need. So my next step from here is just to put the rest of the wood in here, just like this. And I still want to make sure that I can access that fire starter, which I'll just be using one of the longer little mini torch lighters to light that. So that's it. Dark out here, so moment of truth. And this isn't any kind of camera trickery or any sort of like staged lighting of the fire using the fire starters. This is just the fire starters as you've seen us make, and got it in there. So it's just a matter of Hold that on there for about 5 seconds. Well,
Longer than 5 seconds. You want me to do it on this side too?
no, because I want to show like how easy it is to light these. So let me turn this light off here.
Oh, there you
So literally, just a light. Try not to. I'll try not to burn the sock that goes over the microphone here. But it is really just that simple, and that's gonna burn and burn for quite a long time. And the wax, what's nice is that it melts on the wood and stays lit long enough that it just starts the wood on fire. So it's cold out here, honey.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably, last time I checked, it was 26 degrees, and that's when the sun was out. And so it's probably closer to about 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, or like 0 to 5 degrees Celsius.
What is the name of our Instagram?
Dirt Travel Adventures.
Dirt Travel Adventures.
All right, guys, well, that has been our little tutorial on making these little fire starters. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button and thumbs up to like the video. And if you're interested in more dirt travel adventures, well, stay tuned, because we have a whole bunch more videos coming at you guys. I know we have probably 3 or 4 different trips that we have to go through and edit yet, but we'll get to them as time allows. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys back again shortly.
Back again shortly.
Where are we going to see you? Out on the trails? Back again shortly?
Somewhere?
Somewhere. On the YouTubes?
Yep, somewhere.
Okay. Good night.